fellas, not even Michael Jordan had a perfect shooting percentage when he was active in the NBA, which means it's okay for all of us to have an off night from time to time. But when it comes to fixing off nights in the sack, the answer does not lie with a sketchy gas station pill or a boner pill filled with crazy side effects. Oh, no, no, no. The answer comes from joy mode. Oh, yeah. Because whether you're happy or unhappy with your bedroom performance, why not perform even better? I bet your partner would like that. And Joy Mode's sexual performance booster is like a pre-workout, but for sexy time. Oh, yeah. It's designed to support erection quality, firmness, and sex drives. It contains clinically supported doses of arginine nitrate, L-citrulline, Panax ginseng, and vitamin C. And best of all, Joy Mode is safe and backed by science. All ingredients have been assessed in peer-reviewed journals. Plus, all ingredients have been studied and researched in humans. So I don't know about you guys, but I'll never go back to over-the-counter drugs after trying Joy Mode. It's small enough to fit in your wallet and take with you on the go. It's the perfect travel companion to take you to sexy town. Oh, yeah. So don't miss your chance to up your game in the bedroom, people. Go to tryjoymode.com for 20% off with promo code FRATCHAT. That's 20% off and free shipping with promo code FRATCHAT at tryjoymode.com. Great sex solved naturally. It's Joy Mode, people. And we are recording.
Heyo. Oh, what up, G?
Oh, I'm feeling good. Recording this on the weekend. I got my Ravens hat on. Hopefully, we won't go down to 0-3. So let's put this good juju out there. If you're listening and we won the Ravens, you owe us some money. And if we lost, fuck you guys.
Wait, the game's not today, right? It's tomorrow.
No, it's tomorrow. It's tomorrow.
Okay, good. Ooh, because I wear my purple panties. I've got my Ravens shirt. Now my Ravens socks.
I'm wearing my purple panties for 6 days.
Yeah.
It's my Lucky Charms.
Nice. I get my ass pounded so badly that my ass is purple. Because I'm a fan.
I've been wearing my purple panties so long, they're brown now. Both sides.
Oh, nice. That's special.
We're making up new colors up in here.
Yeah.
Anyways, now that you have that image in your head, we're going to do this in 3, 2, 1.
What are you doing?
Testes in my mouth.
Get on the ground, you fucking pledge!
Ew.
Welcome to the greatest podcast experience of your life. This is the Frat Chat Podcast.
All young men like 3 things. Food, booze, pussy.
Featuring Carlos Garcia and Chris Moore.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of the greatest podcast in the history of podcasting time. It's the Frat Chat Podcast. I'm Carlos Garcia with Chris Moore. Let's go, Mr. Mo.
Oh, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I am doing fantastic. My apartment, as of last episode, is completely pest-free.
Oh, well, that makes one of us.
Yeah, the inspector came in and checked out everything I did and was like, "Damn, son, looks like you're a pro at this. You didn't even need me anymore." I was like, "Yeah, I've had mice before, sir. Do not rub it in."
Did he
I am
try
mass
to
free.
recruit? Did he try to recruit you?
Oh man, I'm still too bitch. I started asking him about his job, and he was like, "Man." So I was like, "What is like the worst, like the grossest shit you have to deal with?" It's like, some of those rats, man. Some of those rats are like the size of cats. And it's like, I've seen some big rats in my day, like Baltimore rats. And he's like, and there's so many of them too, and they all kind of come at you because they know that we're scared. So you just gotta like hit him with this thing. And he has this giant screwdriver that he just says that he just like stabs him with. He's like, I used to be scared to do it, but now I'm like, nah, fuck that. It's either them or me.
Oh my God. It takes a certain kind of person.
It's like, I hate killing things, but man, they pay real well, and I have excellent benefits.
You know,
and I'm gonna retire in 10 years. It's like, okay, fair enough.
When I hear Exterminator, I think Uncle Jesse, because Jesse Kasopoulos and Full House, he first came on the scene as an exterminator, and he wore a jumpsuit every day. Remember that?
Oh my God, he did.
It
I
was a
totally
family
forgot.
business.
I forgot about that. And then he becomes a rock star?
Yeah, he tried. They
Well, he performed with the Beach Boys, so that's pretty good.
the writers of Full House wanted us to believe he was a rock star, but we were like, I don't know.
Well, I guess they gave Joey a little TV show. Danny was in the news. And Jesse was a fucking exterminator. They were like, no, we got to make him like a musician or something. Like he's just the one that kills rodents for a living.
Yeah.
Which
Well,
I guess there is. Like my brother and I do totally different jobs. So, I'm in entertainment and he like works to cure malaria out there. So,
oh, that's nice.
as you
Well,
do.
speaking of pests, let me tell you about my last few days.
Oof.
Apparently, there was a bed bug outbreak in my building, so some of the units were affected. And although I don't have like any like visible bites, the when the exterminators came, there were some like little critters like on the edge of the floorboards. Like it was only a matter of time before they like took over my things. And I was asking questions. I was like, I don't understand. Like we clean all the time. Like we're so clean. And the exterminator was like, it doesn't matter. Like they can jump on you, like sitting next to someone on the train or like sitting on a seat like a Long Island Railroad because there's been cases. And they said that 20% of New Yorkers deal with this. And so it was just I'm almost 40 and I've never seen one. So I guess it's only a matter of time. But in the last 3 days, I've spent about $800 because I spent about maybe 500 on like laundry services or like dry cleaning because they told us to like remove anything, all the clothing, like all of our jackets, all of our sheets, and like blankets and towels, and it's a lot. So I dropped everything off at the laundromat, but some of my things aren't washable. A lot of my jackets you can't put in the washing machine, and so I donated a bunch. But the ones that I like, I took them to the dry cleaner, and that's expensive. And then
Totally.
if I can give anyone any advice, my saving grace is that like the pillows on my bed, they're all like zipped up in like protective pillow covers, so that it prevents any critters from getting in there. And the same thing for my mattress. So you think about it, like your mattress is such an expensive piece of furniture. Like mattresses can be like
mattresses are not cheap at all. Good Lord.
And I had mine in like a bed bug protective like encasement, I guess.
Right.
It's like a big bag that zips up. And so that was safe. But like all my throw pillows I tossed out because I didn't really have them zipped up in anything. And my rugs I tossed out. There's a brand called Ruggable that I'm looking into that you can like wash your rugs. And I'm like, okay, that sounds like a good idea. But I also threw away my bed. And it's because my bed was against the wall where they found critters, and my bed is fabric.
Shit.
And although I'm not gonna lie, I thought that my bed was beautiful. I loved my bed, but it's just not practical in a city environment. And so I threw it away. And it's gonna come today, but I purchased a very similar silhouette, except it's all metal.
Oh hell yeah! There you go.
So normally I'm recording on my bed, but I don't have one right now. Whoops. And that costs a lot of money. So yeah, about $800.
That
sucks.
If
I factor in all that stuff.
Now, did the guy show you the bed bugs? Do you know what they look like now? I've never seen one.
I've still never seen one. So what happened was they brought like a German Shepherd into the building and like
what? The dog fucking sniffed him out? That's ridiculous. No. Tell me that there was something a little more high tech than a fucking dog sniffing and being
like I didn't realize that the dog was like functional. I just thought he brought his pet to work. And then
my God.
And I guess
come here, Smiling, come here. He goes sniff out the bugs. The guy's like blind. What, sir? What are you saying? Oh, don't worry about him. He's crazy, but he's the best in the game.
Now I knew that dogs can sniff out like bombs and drugs, but I didn't know they could sniff out bed bugs. It's crazy to me.
That's wild. I mean, their snoots are powerful. I have to
But part of me
say,
is like, well, what else can they sniff out? You know what I mean?
I guess anything you train them to, as long as it has a smell. Because I will say, her nose is fucking powerful as shit. She snips things out there like
And to our new listeners, Stella is
is my
Carlos's
dog.
grandma.
That's right. I let her out of my cage once a day. It's the home that we put her in, and she's so grateful. And then, take her to the park.
She runs around the backyard.
Yeah, she's blind and deaf, but boy, she smells those little hot dogs like, whew.
Yeah.
She loves them too. Yeah, no, my doggy, her nose is powerful, man. She knows that there's food anywhere. Like if I come home and there's food in my backpack, she like immediately starts like. And I'm like, all right, I'll let you look in there. But they're good. Those dogs are good. They can do anything.
At the laundromat, like they were really nice about it. My laundromat, because I went there and I was very honest. I was like, I don't know how to tell you this, but like there was an outbreak in my building, and we were told to like preemptively like just wash everything. And they're like, okay, do you know if has it been confirmed that you have an infestation yourself? And I said, I no, but I still would like to treat it as if maybe there is. She said, okay. So they put on like gloves and they took all of our clothes and they're like, it's fine. Like we see this all the time. They're like every week something like this happens. It's like, really? Like my local, and she's like, yeah, this all the time. And you can go online and look up buildings. Oh, and my landlord, she was like, this is a nightmare. This has never happened in the building before. And I was like, oh, really? And then the exterminator was like, no, it has. I've been here before.
No, they always motherfuckers. There's always an asshole.
My landlord is little, like, I think that I was impressed with this process. Like, okay, this is very like intense, but I think that's good.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Bed bugs?
But
you don't want those.
She was like a little annoying to me. And she was like, it's really important that we partner together. And I was like, okay, what do you mean by that? Like I'm definitely investing a lot to make sure that like everything's good. But aside from just calling and paying, like what else are you doing? Like, you know what I mean? Because
she's essentially telling you, don't put this on a podcast or tell the news or
So I said to her, I was like, I've never been in a situation. Should I like report this or
don't tell people in 69 countries that listen to a show called Frat Chat Podcast? Don't do that, specifically. I think that's what she meant.
But she kept saying things like, we're in this together. I was like, I feel like I'm in this. I don't know what you're
doing. Do you have bed bugs, lady? Because I'm pretty sure you're in your nice, comfy home without bed bugs. We're not in this together. She'll look at my husband's ass. And you guys are lucky you didn't get bit. I just Googled bed bug bites, and I really regret doing it.
Oh, is it bad?
They look gross, but they also kind of look like any other bite. So now it just makes me like start getting itchy, because my head, I'm like, maybe I have them. It's just everything is scary.
All right, I'm doing it. Bed bug bites. Let's see. No, I don't have anything like that. So thank God.
Just on his wiener. It hasn't come back yet.
It almost looks like acne, right?
Yeah, it looks or like the other day I got destroyed by mosquito bites and I scratched them, which is not supposed to fucking scratch them, but it was just so itchy that I was a child about it. And the next day they looked awful. And it almost looks like that. But yeah, that almost looks like little zits. But I wonder. Damn it, I'm gonna look it up again. I don't learn. And they're like in clusters almost. Like, yeah, it looks ugh.
I guess bed bugs like take a bite and they take a step and then take a bite and then take a step. Maybe.
Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Well, yeah, at least they don't look so much like they look like almost like little scratched in bites. Like they're more red, like a mosquito bite, like, it almost fills up with something. Like a bed bug is just very red. Almost like if you scratched the shit out of a bite. So yeah, keep an eye out for those guys. If you're listening to this right now.
Ugh, yucky.
Let me know if you're feeling itchy as well. As I'm
It's
talking, I'm like, everything itches. It's like I know it's an effect. It's got a name too. I just don't feel like googling it. But let us know if your shit itches now too. Let's call out the obvious, guys. Everyone wants to head into the bedroom with confidence, feeling like the best version of themselves. But the problem is that sometimes our thoughts get in the way of our performance down there. Or maybe we feel that we're just not reaching our full potential. And what are our options, really? Do we pick up a sketchy gas station pill or prescribed a drug with a huge list of side effects? Nuh-uh, because that's where good friends at Joyride come in, people. Oh, yeah. Now, imagine a supplement you can take like your favorite greens packet that gives you that extra dose of confidence and saves you the embarrassment and hassle of a traditional erection pill. Joy Mode's sexual performance booster is an all natural and science backed solution to increase blood flow, firmness, stamina, and performance down below. Oh, yeah. It comes in a palm sized packet just like this guy right here, like your favorite little electrolyte powder. All you gotta do is stir it into 6 to 8 ounces of water 45 minutes before sexual activity and watch the magic unfold. Literally. Now, not only is this the only supplement you'll need in the bedroom, but it also supports your blood vessels, cardiovascular health, athletic performance, blood pressure, and more. So even on days when you're not having sex, you can take the SPB to boost nitric oxide in your body, which not only supports your erection quality long term, but also increases blood flow circulation, keeping you in tip-top shape. Oh yeah. This allows for your cardiovascular system to pump blood more seamlessly and effectively to the areas of your body that need it, whether during workouts, sexual activity, or your regular daily exertion. When combined with a healthy diet, good sleep, and exercise, you will greatly improve your cardiovascular health. Now, the 30-pack comes in a perforated box, perfect for your supplement cabinet, pantry, or bathroom vanity. It's the perfect 1-month supply. Support your erections, athletic performance, heart health, and overall quality of life with Joy Mode, people. Whether you're on the move or traveling, our compact sachets are easy to pack and take with you. On the go, oh yeah. And get a Joy Mode boost anytime and anywhere. Redefine your intimacy and go to tryjoymode.com for 20% off with promo code FRATCHAT. That's 20% off and free shipping with promo code FRATCHAT at tryjoymode.com. Ingredients with integrity, it's Joy Mode, people. Now, men across the nation have turned to Joy Mode with over 1 million packets taken to elevate their sexual performance. So don't get left behind.
My husband was like, he's like, Chris, this is why we leave our shoes off at the door. And this is why every time you come home, I'm like, shower. So my husband's really good and like regimented about.
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with it. Like, what? Now that's just being an excuse to nag. Like, what? Because you didn't take your shoes off, the bed bugs came? Like, that's ridiculous.
No, he was just saying that there's a reason why he's so neurotic. Because like I'll come in and I'll go to sit on the couch. She'll be like, whoa, no, can you change your clothes and shower and then sit down on our furniture? And we do that, you know. But when I first moved in with him a couple of years ago, I was like, I don't understand, like, what's the big deal? And he's like, just trust me. But he said that, you know, in Brazil and like a lot of other countries, like that's just common. You come home, you immediately remove your outside clothes, you shower and put on your inside clothes.
Well, the shoes thing, like my mom does that, so I get it. Having to take a shower and changing your clothes from outside, I don't know. But if we were, as a kid, if you were playing and you got all dirty, yeah, totally. But it just depends what you were doing, you know? Like if my dad came from work and was in a suit all day, he didn't feel the need to like change because he was dirty. was more of a comfort thing,
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think your husband's just neurotic and blaming it on Brazil.
Yeah, that sounds good. I I'm used to it now, but yesterday when I came home, so what they do is they like fumigate your whole apartment, and you're not allowed to enter your apartment for 5 hours. And I didn't even think about it, but I wish I'd opened the windows before I left, because when I came home, it smelled like chemicals so bad. I'm used to it now. And I know that later when I go to the gym and come back home, it's gonna smell like chemicals again. Blah.
Ugh.
And I lit a candle last night, and I was like, I hope I don't blow up.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But it's intense. And then I had to leave all of my clothes from the laundry. I had to leave them in bags still, because in 2 weeks they're coming back, and they're spraying the whole building again.
Oh my god,
So I
dude,
guess
that
maybe I get to play with the puppy
fucking
again.
sucks. That really sucks.
I'm
I
like,
can
can you
see
bring
you.
your dog back?
Yeah. Hey, go look around for more bugs. He really is the man. He's been out for 73 years.
Ugh, so scary.
And then you can
Ugh.
get home and light your fresh little candle. And...
I just hope that this exterminator keeps this brilliant puppy away from those Haitians in Ohio.
Yeah, those Haitian Americans, as it
They are
turned out to
eating
be.
the pets.
It's crazy because the lady turned out to be an American lady that everybody was talking about, and is in Ohio, but in a different area. I think like Canton, Ohio, I think is the place. So it's Americans eating the dogs and the cats, and she was clearly on something though. It's not like she did it like in a sandwich. Like, I saw the arrest video, and the cop is like talking to her, and she's just like looking at him like bug eyed and not answering, and she has like blood on her fucking running down her lip from
Oof.
biting this thing. And it looked like some like zombie like Dawn of the Dead or that show now based on the video game, fuck, The Last of Us.
Yeah.
It looked like that. Like she really looked like she, she just needed to jump on the cop, like, you know,
You
bitch
know,
look crazy.
I feel like, dogs and cats are so domesticated that I I know they're not humans, but like man's best friend. Like I almost
Yeah,
equate eating dogs and cats as like cannibalism, because
totally. You
they're like
just
our
can't.
friends, you know what I mean?
And I
So
know there's other countries that eat them, but the dog market is so cruel, man. I've seen shit, and it's just like it traumatizes you, man. It really fucks you up. So, it sucks. I don't know what we're going down this hole.
well,
Depressing.
I have a question for you. I brought it up because you know, JD Vance, I think, is just such trash. And I didn't think it was possible, but I actually think that JD Vance, I want your opinion on this. Is he hurting Trump's campaign?
Oh, absolutely. I think he is. He's such a tool, and just like you know, I've several points now. They've had him speak for Trump, and Trump doesn't like being spoken for. That's one thing. Trump likes to be the big daddy.
Yeah.
You know, you can quote something he's already said if he wants you to. Sometimes he gets mad at that, but he doesn't like being spoken for. So he's already done it a couple times, and then Trump has to go out there and explain what he already meant. And you know how he does those things. He doesn't explain shit at all. So he just puts him deeper in a hole. And he knows. Especially because he picked JD Vance as a candidate to go against Biden. And, now it's Kamala running, and it's a whole different ballgame. But yeah, I don't know. He just sucks, dude. He's such a tool is the thing. Like you see him do anything, and it's so unnatural. Like when he goes to like try to do these political events, and he like goes to like buy a fucking hot dog at like a mom and pop shop. Just the way he orders them is weird. The way he does anything is weird. He's just not it.
I feel like I think it may have been a strategical move um to partner with someone from an important state that you felt you needed those electoral votes. You know what I mean? So like
Yeah, and he wanted a
I
patsy.
understand. Yeah, I mean I kind of get it, but um I I feel like I like Tim Walz so much that I didn't realize how important a vice presidential pick was. Like
Yeah,
Tim Walz is such a cool dude that I think that Kamala was super strategic in selecting him, and I think that Donald Trump was not. And
totally.
so I think
Trump just
this is
wanted someone who would do what Mike Pence wouldn't do, which is,
everything he says.
exactly.
So I think this is a perfect example. I was talking about this at work, and I said, um, the the presidential nominee to me is like almost irrelevant in the sense that mm, like they one person can't do everything. That's the reason why like organizations and like businesses like exist, because one person literally just can't do everything. So what you do is you delegate. Delegation is an essential part of any business, and
Right.
the government's a business, and so delegating means that you have to pass off tasks and responsibilities to those who might be better equipped than you are. And I think that Donald Trump had a chance 4 years ago, and he appointed people who were like, and no offense to the World Wrestling Federation, but like I don't know if Vince McMahon's wife was a great candidate to be a cabinet member. I also don't think that Betsy DeVos was a
I will
great.
give Linda McMahon.
Yeah.
She's not just Vince's wife. She actually was a big part of the reason why he was able to succeed in making the WWE and at WWF at the time go national. And she worked with like small businesses. So while definitely it was him doing his buddy a favor, she was actually like qualified to do her post.
Okay,
Now
well
Betsy
then
DeVos,
that might be an exception, but Betsy DeVos was horrible, and I think that most of the people that not just some, but most of the people that worked for Donald Trump won't work for him again, and
yeah,
a lot of them are
exactly.
voting against him, and so
And
I
he
think
started
that
with like people actually like military people in government, and all of those people who knew better got the fuck out. And then he started putting in those morons that just follow him, and it's a problem too.
it's
Like,
crazy, but I feel like we've seen that this potential leader is unable to acquire and like accumulate like a healthy team,
talent,
you
yeah,
know? And
yeah. He
so
can
I
get
feel like he
fucking
had a
28
chance.
jobs.
And picking the
You're gonna
vice
do decent
president is
millions, buddy, but then you're also gonna take care of the border. Okay, believe me. So you're gonna go back and forth a lot. And you're also gonna get me a Big Mac. Okay, I need you to do those three things, and I need them done now. Okay, believe me. But the Big Mac first, because I'm hungry. Okay, believe me.
yeah,
It's
so I
like,
I,
come on,
I feel
dude.
like we picking the vice president kind of like, I don't know, it just shows his incapability to make a good team. Ugh,
Yeah, I
what
know.
a mess.
Yeah,
JD
he
Vance is
sucks.
such trash.
And JD, you suck.
He
JD, you
fucks
stupid.
couches.
Yeah, JD, you
Where did that
fucking
come from?
couch.
Where did that rumor come from that he
That's so
loves?
funny. Yeah, man, you fuck couches.
Yuck.
JD, you get hard for a couch, bro. That's weird. Is it extra hard for a recliner, brother? Is that what you're into? Anyways, I've gone too far down this couch fucking rabbit hole. But it is time, Mr. Mao, for a quick little news article. Because we're talking about the New York City train, and apparently, wait, hold on, what am I doing, guys? I know better than this. I'm a professional. We're reading the news, which means that we gotta hit it. The police in New York City arrested a teen girl after they say she took an empty New York City subway train on a brief joyride before she crashed it and fled. Women
Crazy.
drivers, am I right?
Am I right?
I'm just kidding, ladies. Don't cancel me. Some of you are fantastic, just not my girlfriend. Anyways,
I think I can speak for most men when I say we want to have better sex. And for the sake of our partner, we may need to have better sex, fellas. Because no one likes it when you bring a wet noodle to a barbecue party. Write that down. The issue is that over-the-counter erection pills contain unregulated chemicals, suggest unsafe doses, and include the risk of several other health problems. And who wants that? It's like those drug prescription ads where everybody's like sitting there playing volleyball at the beach, but they're dying of herpes. Not cool. That's why we partnered with our friends over at Joy Mode. Whether you're looking to spice up your intimate moments or increase your confidence in the bedroom, Joy Mode makes all natural and science-backed supplements dedicated to helping men perform better across their core functions. Oh, yeah. The trademark product, the sexual performance booster, is every man's solution for increased blood flow down below, firmness, stamina, and performance of your favorite friend. It's like a pre-workout, but for your buddy down below. And let me tell you, it works. And the best part, the product is totally safe. All ingredients have been assessed in peer-reviewed journals. All ingredients have been studied and researched in humans. It comes in a palm-sized little packet, like your favorite electrolyte powder. Just simply mix one of these bad boys right in with 6 to 8 ounces of water, 45 minutes before sexual activity, and watch the magic unfold. Literally. Like, you know when you start blowing up an inflatable castle? It's sort of like that, but down below.
redefine your intimacy and go to tryjoymoid.com for 20% off with promo code FRATCHAT. That's 20% off and free shipping with promo code FRATCHAT at tryjoymode.com.
Ingredients with integrity, it's Joy Mode, baby.
They are looking for a guy that was with her, and who was also pictured on the train. And basically, it shows surveillance photos released in the New York City Police Department from this past week show a person dressed in all pink, including a pink shower cap, and the guy in a blue tank top. So this girl literally was a fucking walk-in like Barbie ad with a fucking shower cap. I don't understand what the fuck. It was a ghetto Barbie, essentially, if you can describe this look, with giant hoops. And I don't know how the fuck they even got this train, but they said it was an unoccupied train. They just got on and they started running around. Did they like leave the keys? Like, is it like in the movies, where the little like solar thing, the sunbeam thing, you just pull it off and the keys fall off? Like, what the fuck? And then they crashed into another park train. It's insane. They crashed into another park train and ran. And says it was unclear how much damage the prank was caused. No injuries were reported. But someone should get fired, though, for leaving that fucking train easily accessible. And how the fuck does this kid figure out how to drive this thing? It's like kind of good for her. She almost got it, I'm just saying.
Man, she just looks like a criminal.
Whoa.
What is she wearing? She just looks off.
Yeah, that does look like a almost like a Batman criminal. Like,
She looks like a Marvel villain.
Yeah. Fuck you.
Fuck you, Batman! I will crash on the subway train.
What would her ghetto super villain name be? I feel like
I don't know. That's a good question.
Maybe they call her Hoops, and she throws her hoop earrings at you. Yeah, yeah.
Taste my hoops, bitch!
I always call her Queen Trollop. I don't know.
Oh, I like that. Oh shit! But yeah, kids, don't steal subway trains and crashing into other subway trains.
Bless you.
Excuse me. That was a powerful one. Now, Mr. Mo, speaking of powerful ones,
Yeah.
it's time for us to roast each other powerfully.
Okay, I'm ready.
Let me get my trusty timer. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, this is always more painful for us than it is for you, I'm guessing. Anywho, this is comedians roasting each other for 60 seconds. I'm going to move the timer over here so I can see it. Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yas, queen. Okay, we're going to do this in 3, 2, 1. Oh my God. Has anybody told you your nose job makes you look like famous actor Austin Butler? Especially when he's playing a healthy Elvis. Oh, they told you that? You know, when he's a
Oh.
healthy Elvis. Right before he died in the toilet.
I can 100% with 100% certainty tell you that no one's ever told me that. Has anyone told you that your dog's breath smells like dick and it's weird how often you go through peanut butter?
I
don't know, there's a correlation there.
No, I don't think that's weird at all. I don't, you know, it's just sometimes you just got to buy a lot of peanut butter. It disappears. But seriously, someone did reach out to us about getting you on a TV show ASAP. Said they paid good money. They sent it to the Frat Chat email. Name of the show is Botched. I don't know if you've heard of it, but
I'm familiar with it.
call them, you know.
So they can put your picture as the before and mine the after.
That's right,
That's what's
exactly.
gonna happen.
But by the way, you look disappointed that Diddy's parties got shut down before you could go to one.
I've been to one, but I was paid a lot of money so that I wouldn't talk about it.
That's right, and that's comedians roasting each other for 60 seconds. That NDAs, his NDAs were good. That's sick. Yeah, he had a good law team.
Can you imagine being so wealthy that you can just do whatever you want to without any repercussions because you can just pay off and like change the narrative however you want with money? Like, it's crazy.
That's wild. That's wild. Like, I have $16. That does really me. Silence from anybody.
Got a quarter in my pocket.
Maybe a Big Mac, and you know, maybe make it 2 if I do the app. But yeah, no, I can't imagine at all. And it's crazy though, because what we're going to talk about next is exactly that. The guy's been being called the hip hop Jeffrey Epstein, which is pretty wild, because this is a guy that we grew up, he was dancing up people's videos. He was just a normal guy who discovered the likes of Big E.
I've never thought he was attractive. Sean Diddy Combs, to me, looks like, remember that guy, the Muppet? He'd be like, me, 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 me.
Yeah, me.
Oh, yeah, that's his name.
That's literally his name.
That's what I think Diddy looks like.
Mm-hmm. And that's exactly.
He looks like someone took his face and squeezed it.
Yeah, well, have you seen his mugshot? It's like, it was like swollen. His forehead was like swollen. He almost looked like Megamind in it.
Really?
It was like,
Google it.
Like, it was like weird. It almost looks like he's like retaining water in just his forehead. It was fucking wild. I've never seen his head look that big. Check it out.
Diddy mugshot. Let's see.
You know, it's mugshot, not money shot.
No.
Yeah, right? It's like puffy. That's what I call him, puffy.
Forehead.
It's strange. But anywho, that's exactly what we're going to talk about, ladies and gentlemen, because if you haven't been living under a rock, you will know that P. Diddy, a.k.a. Puff Daddy, a.k.a. Puff, I think now known as the Diddler, was recently arrested in a wild case that we're going to cover now. Because as the info has come out, this shit gets crazier and crazier. So we're going to give you the top 10 most shocking details to emerge from the Diddy case right here on the Frat Chat podcast. So you don't have to, because this shit is wild. This shit is crazy. Now you won't have to look it all up yourself. You're welcome, America and the world. But this is wild. I honestly can't believe the shit that's come out in this case. And note that he just got arrested. It's just like the first week. So wait till it actually goes to trial and all this stuff actually starts coming out in detail. I feel like we're just scratching the surface here. So we might have to revisit this topic in a few months when it's in trial.
Yeah, his defense team is like I just want you guys to acknowledge the fact that we were in New York waiting. We knew this was gonna happen, and so we were being cooperative. We're not running, and I just think it's interesting when people are like I didn't run. I'm being cooperative. I don't know.
Totally.
I think that running definitely isn't cooperative, but just like being doesn't make you like a star citizen. You know what I mean?
Totally. And I'm telling you, this is bad enough that his PR team quit on him, who's been with him for over 20 years. So, it's bad when your PR team decides to fucking cut the cord. Because for PR teams, while you obviously don't want a client, and this is having worked in PR for several years, when you don't want a client to lose their image, if you're able to save someone's image and improve their brand, that shit makes your PR company look like a fucking $1 million and will get you more business down the road. So for them to decide, fuck it, we're going to just take the nosedive and cut the cord, it just shows that they don't think he's coming back from this. So,
So,
anywho.
do you think Jennifer Lopez knew anything about this? Do you think she's gonna be called in for questioning?
I do think she'll be called in for questioning if they can establish that the freak offs, which we'll just get into it and everything that was started, went back as far back as when they were dating. It all matters when they establish that these things started happening. If it's after they dated, they have no reason to pull her into it. But if it was when they were a couple, then sure. So it depends. We'll see. We'll see when it goes to court. But anywho, why don't you get us started, Mr. Mo? Number 10.
Okay,
Rashaki.
so I just want to say that the month of June, I didn't know about this stuff. I did some research, but the month of June was a month of karma in the best way. So three things of significance happened against P Diddy and his because of his bad choices. Number one, Howard University revoked Combs' honorary doctorate and also returned the $1 million donation that he gave them. Like, I guess he pledged to like maybe donate $1 million a year or something, but they were like, we don't want your money, and actually we're taking back our doctorate. So that sucks. So he was Dr. Sean Diddy
Dr.
Combs.
Diddler.
Dr. Diddler, and now he's just a diddler. Okay. Also, New York City Mayor Eric Adams, who I don't really care for, but he rescinded Combs's key to the city because he was awarded last year a key to New York City by the mayor. Well, the mayor took it back, and then also,
can I tell you real quick? When I was a kid, and this is all because in fucking cartoons, I used to think that the key to the city would actually like open every door in the city.
oh my god, everyone thought that.
Yeah, right. And like, and then you got the key to the city, you could go anywhere.
You know why I thought that? Because in Beetlejuice, you get the skeleton key, and that opens up every door in the house.
Mm-hmm. It's true. But for me, I'm sure maybe it was the Powerpuff Girls, but I know I saw it in cartoons. Oh, you have the key to the city. You could use it on any door.
Yeah, I thought that. And then also the third thing is that Miami Beach, Florida, back in 2016, awarded Sean Diddy Combs with a citywide holiday called Sean Diddy Combs Day. And then at the end of June, they were like, actually, we don't want that holiday anymore. So
Wow.
the things that like Diddy has worked up to in his career have all been taken away from him because he can't keep his hands to himself.
And even bigger, Kesha does no longer wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy.
No, she
Fuck
feels
you,
like
P. Diddy.
herself.
That's right.
Is it me or does buying a sex pill at a gas station feel super awkward? You know, you're like walking around and you don't know what to get. The guy's definitely looking at you, judging you with every step. It's super weird. Plus, then we got to talk efficacy. Does it really work? Because my buddy once bought a condom from a gas station, and now he has 3 kids, so you tell me. So it's good to know that Joyride is not only backed by its users, it's backed by science, people, which goes to show that science can be sexy sometimes. Oh, yeah. Now, let me ask you something. Whether you're happy or unhappy with your performance in the bedroom, why not perform even better? Usain Bolt was the fastest man in the world, and he still wanted to run faster. So why not be an Olympic gold medalist in the bedroom, fellas? Because that's where Joy Mode comes in. Joy Mode's sexual performance booster is like a pre-workout, but for sex. It's designed to support erection quality, firmness, and sex drives. And it contains clinically supported doses of ingredients like arginine nitrate, L-citrulline, Panax ginseng, and vitamin C, which is going to make your boy down below stronger than ever. Oh, yeah. Plus, not only is this the only supplement you'll need in the bedroom, it also supports blood vessel support, cardiovascular and heart health, athletic performance, blood pressure, and general erection function. Plus, here are the game changers. All ingredients have been assessed in peer-reviewed journals, and all ingredients have been studied and researched in humans, so you know it works. And I don't know about you guys, but I'll never go back to over-the-counter drugs after trying Joy Mode. And psst, it's small enough to fit in your wallet and take it with you on the go. It's the perfect travel companion, and it's a powder, so you don't need to worry about it getting crushed in there. So all you gotta do, fellas, is just go to tryjoymode.com for 20% off with promo code FRATCHAT. That's 20% off and free shipping with promo code FRATCHAT at tryjoymode.com. Great sex solved naturally. Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if just here's the thing, a lot of the stuff that happened, like, you know, like the stuff with his ex and shit, we've seen. So if just 1/3 of the allegations are true, he's a fucking bastard of a man. So you shouldn't have had these things to begin with. But it's like you said earlier, it's crazy how money gets you to hide things.
Yeah.
But anyways, my number 5, and this is wild. I think I wanted to put this higher up in the list, but like everything else that kept coming out was even so wild that I was just like, I guess it has to start at number 5. They said that over 1,000 bottles of lube were found on his property while he's being investigating. During the investigation, during the raid at his house. 1,000 bottles of lube? Goddamn, what were you trying to fit up in there, Diddy? Good Lord, man.
I also read somewhere that it was, in addition to lube, there's also bottles of baby oil.
Yep.
Baby
A
oil.
lot of baby oil.
Oh my gosh.
When you don't want to get down to spit determination, you whip out the baby oil. You know, there's God. How the fuck? You know how much? Let me see. Let me just see. How much is a bottle of lube?
Like a good bottle. I mean, it depends. Like the cheap shit you can get at CVS is no bueno, but you need like gun oil or like.
Yeah, I'm saying $20 to $50.
The Swiss brand is good.
So there's at least 50 times. Yeah, there's at least $50,000. $20,000 to $50,000.
KY is expensive.
And lube. I don't know what KY cost for one bottle. Damn, $45 for a little package. Actually, a package of 4.5 ounces bottles.
That's small.
Yeah, that's true. and then you still can't travel with them. But there's 4 of them at least, so that's like 20 ounces in there, I guess.
One time, Osmario and I used this KY warming gel, and I felt like my insides
Oh
were on
yeah,
fire.
I actually one of my first campaigns ever was for a KY gel for men. I did an online ad for them, and it was in the city, and they paid me to obviously do the ad, but I did so good that they gave me a free iPad as well, which is wild.
Nice.
Yeah, that I had to yell something like it was like a KY gel for men, and it was something like, "Have you ever wanted to have a longer erection?" They're like, "Yell it to America! I wanted to have a longer erection!" And I had to yell it in the street. I was like, "I don't give a fuck," you know what I mean? It's like, and they're like, "You're so loud that like actual people started coming into the shoot, which made it look better." And like in the thing, you were supposed to like win prizes if you actually did it. And they had iPads there, so we're like, "You actually did so good that you actually get to keep one. Here you go." And I was
Nice.
like, "Yeah!"
And these are people you're never going to see again, because in Times
So I sold it.
Square, yeah, in Times Square, they're all tourists that will be back at their home country in a week.
Totally. And like, I felt like a star. People are like looking around and like they know that it was a shoot, obviously. So it was like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'll embarrass myself. I'm a comedian, for God's sakes. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, that was my first campaign in New York City. And I had just like left my job. I'm not gonna lie, that those paychecks helped keep me afloat for a little bit and keep the dream going in a time where I was like, this is harder than I thought it was gonna be. So
Oh, this industry sucks.
yeah, thank you, KY Jelly.
Thank you, KY. Well, do you
Anywho,
remember the video of him beating up his ex-girlfriend in the hotel?
yep. Yes,
And
I
then I'm
do.
not sure, listeners, if you've seen this, but he like runs out of his hotel room and only wearing a towel. And I guess his girlfriend at the time, what was her name? Cassie. I
Mhm.
think she was trying to leave, and he like threw her on the ground and started kicking her. It's
Yeah, and, like
crazy.
grabbed her by the hair and was like,
Um,
she was like screaming at her and shit. And here's the thing: at one point, she grabs the hotel phone and she speaks to someone, and they don't do anything.
yeah, it was because P. Diddy tried to bribe the hotel staff into not releasing the video. And I think the video at some point disappeared.
Yeah, it took a while for it to come out. A long time.
Isn't that
So-
crazy?
And that's why I alluded to, I don't want to spoil your thunder in the last one, that, we've seen shit like this now on camera, and that wasn't that recent. And then he made some bullshit apology video where he's like recording it from his mansion in like Saint Tropez, and he's like trying to look like he gives a fuck. But then you see him laughing about it as soon as the camera cuts. So it's like, dude, you're very disingenuous, clearly, and you don't give a fuck. So that's a tough one to come back from, especially because I've seen, for example, Dana White got into a huge thing with his wife, and he was always been like, oh, like men shouldn't hit women, which you shouldn't. But there's a video of him drunk in a club with his wife, and his wife smacks him in the face, and you can see that all of a sudden he's like, God damn it, and he smacks her back, and it's very uncomfortable to watch. They get separated and shit, and then he had to make a huge apology. But at least she hit him first, and he's defending himself, which kind of gives him a little bit of like a shield, a little bit. But this video with Diddy, like this person was running away from him. You know what I mean? This person clearly doing nothing except running. Like she just wants to get the fuck away from him. And I think she's wearing a hotel robe too, which goes to show like, like she just wants to get the fuck out. And the way he grabs her and just keeps hitting her and like abusing her too verbally, it's like, dude, you gotta be a real piece of shit to be able to do something like that. It's not like a one-time hit where you lose your temper It's like you're continuously chasing this person. You're prolonging the incident. You're dragging her. You're bringing her back. You're taking her. Like, you can't say that. Oh, I lost my it was a split decision. I lost my mind for a minute. No, like this thing lasted like a good 2 minutes almost, which in an attack like that is a lifetime. So it's uncomfortable. It's really tough to watch.
He like dragged her by her jacket, like back down the hallway, like a caveman.
Yep.
He was like a primitive caveman.
Yep. It was terrible.
He does kind of look a little Neanderthalish. Like something's wrong with his face. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like he like the older he got, he turned into Megamind. I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah, it's like his
he didn't
eyes
used to
got
look like
smaller
that.
and like sunken. I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird. Maybe the aliens took over. They're experimenting on
like,
humans.
I'm gonna give you money, but I gotta make you ugly because it's not fair for everyone else.
Take one or the other.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm poor. I'll take it. Thank you, God. Anyways, Diddy had these freak off parties.
Yeah.
What they are. And they lasted for days, apparently. And freak offs were, and I quote, elaborate and produced sex performances that Combs arranged, directed, and masturbated during.
Oh yes,
Which is no good. And note, they occurred regularly, sometimes lasted multiple days, as I said, and often involved multiple commercial sex workers. And that Puff often distributed numerous drugs to his victims in order to keep them drugged and engaged in sex acts with different sex workers. His business employees are also accused of often booking hotel rooms used for these freak-offs and would stock it with controlled substances, baby oil, as Simo alluded to, lube, extra linens, and lighting.
Why would you need lighting?
I don't know. I guess you got to get a lava lamp going on, a disco ball.
It's crazy.
You can't have a freak off of that disco ball, Simo. It's a butt orgy. You got to have lights.
Yeah.
Duh. Now his associates would apparently clean the hotel rooms after the freak offs to try to mitigate room damage. And dude, can you imagine how much shit and lube was on those sheets?
I'm a gay man, so the answer is yes, I can imagine. Yeah, I can. That's why we all work at department stores, because we need the hookup on linen is expensive and it's
That's
messy.
right. That's right. That's why Diddy's white parties often turn into brown parties. Now we know.
Yeah.
Oh man, can you imagine having that job? So yeah, I work for P. Diddy. I clean the sheets after the freak off parties. Oh.
The salary was okay, but the tips were huge.
Oh Lord.
Well, I read that after the freak offs, so Sean Diddy Combs and his victims would all receive IV fluids to recover from the physical exertion and drug usage. So you were literally fucked until you were lifeless.
Yeah.
Or you would fuck until you were lifeless. And then the only way to recover is the use of IV fluids. Crazy.
That's wild.
That's a lot of sex.
And
so these women were probably
kinds of drugs and shit too. So
guys they can come one time and you wait 20 minutes and then you can probably come again. You know what I mean? But women can come over and over and over, especially if they're a squirter.
Yeah.
They can just squirt. They squirted till they're dry on the inside.
Totally.
And they needed IV fluids. That's how anatomy works, guys.
And for guys, it takes 20 minutes just to even get him moving again. You know what I mean? Just probably an hour. He needs to take a little nappy nap after. He just goes from to
Ugh.
I'm going to sleep, guys.
Yeah, I can't imagine, especially because I go out like drinking now, and I'll have like a few drinks one night, and the next day I'm fucking dying of a
Oh
hangover.
yeah.
I can't imagine doing a fucking weird sex orgy for 4 days where I'm on all kinds of shit. Ugh. Getting pegged in the ass while I'm at it.
It's not that bad as long as you prepare for it.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah, that is fucking weird. And note, you guys, if you don't want to be fucking weird, but you still want to get your sexy time right, you can go get yourself some joy mode. You don't have to be like Diddy and drug people. No, just get some joy mode in your life. Your sexy time will be better than ever. This is a natural, all natural boost right for your pee down there and for the rest of your body. There's all these natural ingredients in there that make you feel good, make you feel like you're ready to run a marathon in the sack. Or you can, run one in the street, but you're going to have a massive erection, so you probably don't want to do that. But
You can also
use joy.
you can also just like, in your spare time, light a candle, invest in a good flashlight, and you don't have to like spend a lot of money on a hotel room. You don't have to worry about cleaning up a hotel room.
That's right.
Just get a good flashlight.
That's right.
No
You live
STDs
the-
come from a flashlight
That's the excuse.
unless
Hemo
it's
told
used.
himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless you borrow it. Which again, give me back my flashlight, Simo. But anyways, try joymart.com/fratchat. Use promo code fratchat at checkout to save 20%. Get free shipping on these bad boys. Trust me, you want these in your sexy time. Guys, our listeners, if you're 18 and up and get your sexy time, try it. If you're getting a little older and you're feeling like you need a little help down there, try it. But even if you're a young stallion and you want to feel like you're a fucking unicorn, baby, try it. Again, try joymode.com/fratchat. Use promo code fratchat. Check out 20% off. Free shipping. Anyways, back to the free cops. Yeah, Diddy. Weird. Anyways, my next one is, which is this one.
My favorite one. You stole it from me.
Never. I call dibs fair and square.
I know
Evidence the group chat.
This is more up your alley. No pun intended.
If you prepare for it, right?
Yeah.
So this one, I'm not gonna lie, this one shocked me a little bit, but one of the celebs that's taken some collateral damage, and apparently maybe even rectal, is Cuba Gooding Jr. because apparently Cuba's gay. Cuba Gooding Jr. was named in a recent lawsuit against Diddy by rapper Rodney Lil Rod Jones, which I don't know if you want to be called Lil Rod in a freak off party with Diddy, but that's just me. And this lawsuit claims that Cuba Gooding Jr. began touching, groping, and fondling Mr. Jones's legs, his upper inner thighs near his groin, the small of his back near his buttocks, and his shoulders at one of Diddy's parties. And the crazy thing is that there is a picture of Cuba Gooding Jr. from that night that seems to support that. Now, the actor has denied any wrongdoing at the time of this recording, but I had no idea he was gay or even bi. Did you?
No, I did not know that, but I do think that these names that are surfacing from these freak off parties kind of reminds me of like the names that were surfacing from Epstein's
From Epstein.
lists. And
That's why
some of
the
these names
Epstein.
some of these names can be really upsetting. So like Cuba Gooding Jr. was named as attending these parties. So was Usher. The one that shocked me, I'm not shocked by Jay-Z, but I was shocked by Beyonce.
Ooh,
Meek Mill, Rick Ross, Justin Bieber, Russell Simmons.
Well, Usher, He does have the herpes, so
But I think the
this explains it.
I think these are all alleged, and the authenticity of this list is yet to be confirmed.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
but I just the dudes, yeah, but Queen Bee, there's no way
yeah. I don't
she
think she
fucking
was
sent her
getting banged around in a Diddy thing.
or
Now,
watching, or it's just not in her.
yeah,
She doesn't even drink. Like she has no need for that. She's
totally.
a
I also don't think
ambitious,
Justin. I,
determined
I also don't think the
person.
Biebs is getting banged around at a Diddy party. To be honest, the dude bangs models. Like, and it's not. I was not even. I was always a Bieber hater growing up, and it's like, dude, I don't know. We'll see with the court dates because I'll get to a detail later that will tell you why there's ways to prove this. But anyways, Cuba, I will say, and I only found this out while researching for this. Apparently, he has had like harassment and sexual allegations before. So apparently, in April 22, he pled guilty to one count of forcibly touching a woman in a New York City rooftop bar in 2018. And in June 2023, he settled a 2020 lawsuit in which he was accused of raping a woman twice in 2013. So this is all according to People magazine. Um, so this is all stuff with women, but now it's men too. Crazy, Cuba. Crazy. And I had no idea these things had even happened either. He always plays like the likable guy, I guess. Goes to show you never know with people. And when you settle, sure, you're not admitting to guilt. But if you do it once, maybe I'll give you benefit of the doubt. But now, like, what, this is the fucking third time? It's like, okay, maybe, you know.
You know how people say black don't crack?
Yes.
Have they seen Cuba Gooding Jr.?
Well, that's not crack.
There's-
That fell right off.
I guess there's always exceptions to every rule,
That literally that wall fell completely. That's not, that's not cracked. Oh, but you know who did look great? I took a little side tour. I don't know if you saw the VMAs. Lenny Kravitz performed, and he looked fucking fantastic.
Oh,
and he was
course he
rocking
does.
too. But he looked like, it's wild to me because it was, it was the 40th year anniversary of the VMAs, so they kept showing like clips of Britney, Michael Jackson, Madonna, you name it, and then he comes out looking exactly like he did in his prime, and it's just like took us right back to the golden days of the VMAs. The VMAs were great this year, but fuck, he looked great, and he has that song with Quavo now, where he makes the Quavo sampled his "I want to get away," and then do that "Fly Away." That's what it is. So they performed that in the end. So I brought his old stuff with the new stuff, great stuff. But you said black don't crack, and my mind just went to Lenny Kravitz.
But what a beautiful person.
Yeah, but meanwhile, Cuba. Come on, Cuba. You got to do better than that, brother. You got to do better than that. It's tough to say because more info will come out. But fuck, man, if you're still out there after you're settling rape cases, like, you're so lucky you're not in jail and you don't learn. Like, come on, man. Fucking, are you like? Some of these shows that certain people do need to maybe get their freedom taken away because, good Lord, man, where there's smoke, there's definitely fire. But anyways, what you got next?
Let's see. Next, I have, I didn't know about this, but apparently, Diddy allegedly set fire to Kid Cudi's car.
Kid Cudi's.
Kid Cudi.
Kid Cudi. Who the fuck is Kid Cudi, Simo?
Oh, I thought it was pronounced cootie.
No! What are you, Grandpa? Hi, kids. I got you tickets to that rapper you like, Young Kid Cudi.
Kid
Who?
Cudi.
Grandpa, you need your meds.
So Kid Cudi, I guess at the time,
Yeah.
maybe still is, I don't know, but he was dating Sean's ex-girlfriend Cassie, the one that got dragged out of the, down the hallway.
Yeah.
And so
Yes, we remember. There's other qualities about her, That's just
I just
she's a
know her as
singer,
Rugburn.
supermodel, not the girl that got dragged down the hallway, Simo.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
She probably got like rug burn on her legs.
No,
No. It's horrible.
God. Awful. Yeah, now that's wild. That's some like mob shit at that point. And I have heard things about Puffy before that, he kind of likes to think that he's a little mobster and shit, especially in his mogul years, where he has like sent goons and stuff like that. And he has like his little hired goons, like a little Batman villain. I don't know how true it is, but you can get yourself in a nice little Google rabbit hole and check those allegations out yourself.
No, I think it's so funny. Is like back in the day, when we were younger, we knew him as Puff Daddy, and he had some legal issues that now I'm like thinking like, huh, that's interesting. Because when we were younger, we were like he's innocent, he's a good guy, and now I'm thinking back like, ooh, I mean, I shouldn't say things about people I don't know. But
Totally.
He was like, you know what? There's a lot of negativity around the name Puff Daddy. I'm gonna rebrand myself, and I'm from this point forward, I'm P Diddy. And I just remember thinking to myself, like, oh, is that what you think is gonna help? Is that gonna fix it? Okay, great, P Diddy. And you chose his name, P Diddy. Okay.
Yeah, P Diddler.
Yikes.
Yeah, fuck, man. And I wonder what he thinks is gonna happen now. Like do you just rebrand again? Do you change your name to something else? Like, does he know that he's going down? Does he think that he's gonna get off? Because this shit is wild, and he's facing like 15 years for this shit, at least. So, like, man, that's a long time for a man that's accustomed to his lifestyle. It's crazy. But anyways,
horrible.
This next one, and by the way, shout out to Rolling Stone and XXL Mag and People and a few others that have given me some good info on the case. It's good journalism. But anyways, this one I like to call Holy Control Freak Pac-Man, because this is some culty shit. Diddy apparently often exhibited control over his victims with physical violence, as we saw with Cassie, and promises of career opportunities. He probably did it with her too. However, the indictment alleges that he also tracked victims' locations, began monitoring their medical records, and dictated their appearance. He allegedly also supplied them with drugs and threatened their careers and livelihoods, and then participated in the free cops. And he also would tape and shit, take pictures of the victims during the free cops as blackmails and collateral to bend them to his will. So he fucking like extortion people with all kinds of things, but threatening their livelihoods and careers and promising to put shit out there to ruin them.
That's some Harvey Weinstein shit.
Yes, and
that's
then also level. It's like some John Jones and Jonestown shit of tracking people and what is this, Scientology, to tell them how to dress shit. Like, what the fuck? That is so weird. It's beyond any sign of normalcy that a person would do anything like that. This is like some cult behavior at this point. Like, what the fuck, Diddy? This is wild. This is wild. At
Horrible.
what point do you like get the fuck out? The minute that someone's like telling me how to dress and live my life, I'm gone. I don't even let my mama tell me how to dress. You think P. Diddy's gonna tell me how to dress? Get the fuck out of here, Diddy. Suck a dick. You freak off.
My next point, this is my last one, which I think is actually the saddest one. Like father, like son. So his son Christian, I think this incident occurred 2 years ago, but I think it came to light in April of this year. Christian was accused of assault, battery, sexual assault, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. This comes from Rolling Stones too. I guess this all happened on like a private yacht. So Sean Diddy Combs is named in the lawsuit since he chartered this luxury yacht where the assault was said to have occurred.
Jeez.
But I guess there was like an on duty, like I guess they're called stewards, who was like forced into doing some nasty things with Sean's son, and not only, well, I think her testimony said that she was forced to do like back to back shots, then he like forced her to like suck his dingling, and apparently afterwards she had some visible like bruising, but it was pretty intense. And this is what this kid learned from his father, you know what I mean? So
Totally.
I feel like P. Diddy is just welcoming his son into the family business, and maybe they'll work together. That's what you want to call work. It's just so sad to me.
It sounds, from the look of things, and you never want to draw conclusions in this kind of things, but it's safe to say that this behavior is most likely learned from Papa's parties at this point. It's pretty, with his MO.
Now listen, I don't have kids, but wait, no, yes I do. I have a step parent, but she doesn't live with us. I always feel I shouldn't have said that. I do have a kid, technically speaking, but I didn't raise her. So I guess my point is that like I'm not an expert on raising kids, but
clearly.
I feel like not only is it your job as a parent to like keep your kid alive, like in the early stages, but it's your job to like prepare them for the real world and to help them, manage money, learn the value of a dollar, and help them
remember that they exist.
That, and also like help them, just like do chores so they can be self-sufficient. But if you've taught your kid that you can do whatever you want to do, and that money will remove any sort of responsibility, then you've done a really shitty job of raising your kids. So I feel like if your child is sexually assaulting women and your first inclination is to pay off the staff at this yacht, you're a pretty shitty parent. And that makes me sad because he has 7 kids. So we know that one's a dud. What about the other 6? Yikes.
Yeah, totally. And anywho, for the last one on my list, which I've alluded to, which I think is the wildest thing, and something that the Epstein case didn't have, that this does, and it's going to be a game changer as info comes out in the next few weeks and months. But everything that happened at these freak offs, everything that Diddy's being accused of, all these different crimes and shit, was recorded. Because apparently P. Diddy would use the sensitive, embarrassing, and incriminating footage as collateral to ensure the continued obedience and silence of the victims, as claimed by prosecutors. So he willingly has all this shit on tape, and he would use it to keep their victims quiet. But now it's going to be his downfall. And it's like, dude, haven't you heard of a little thing called Watergate? Nixon went down because he recorded his own fucking voice memos for a goddamn biography because he thought it'd be a good idea when he's not present anymore to have these recordings. That's the only reason he recorded himself. And that's what they used to fuck him. Don't you know anything about anything in a little bit of history? It's like, dude, you don't record yourself committing crimes. Are you dumb? You've been accused of crimes before. You've almost gone to jail and shit before. You start recording yourself. Like, who? It just goes to show like a level of like megalomania in there with him, where he like really thinks he's like king of the world and that nothing's gonna happen to him because you're recording yourselves like sexually assaulting people and drugging people and doing shit that like you've seen people go to jail for already. Like, what the fuck? It's wild.
Let me tell you, working
wild.
for Diddy had to have been lucrative because there's no way in hell the average person would put up with this stuff. And like,
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, I guess money talks, and it's unfortunate.
Money talks and it keeps people quiet. I'll tell you that much. So, woo! That was
This is a
a
juicy
juice, you
situation. And I
guys.
can't wait for the trial.
I know. And like I said earlier, this is just the tip of the iceberg. And as we get close to the trial and things get leaked to the media, more and more is going to come out. He's only been arrested for less than a week at the time of this recording. So let's keep an eye on this case.
Dude,
And
do you remember when
things will get crazier.
Do you remember when Amber Heard took a dump on Johnny Depp's sheets, and we were like, "This is the craziest thing to come out of a court hearing." Like,
On
that's
his
nothing
bed.
compared- yeah, like that's nothing compared to what's gonna happen in this.
I know.
trial. It's gonna be
I know.
juicy, and I'm here for it.
Totally. Oh man, the linens damage that Amber Heard has done compared to Diddy, the damage is just not even close.
Oh,
So keep an eye on this very show, the Frat Chat Podcast. As things come out, we'll drop them to you, and let us know what you thought of our list of the top 10 wildest developments from the Diddy case so far. Give us a follow on all social channels at Frat Chat Podcast. That's on Instagram, on Facebook, on Threads, on Twitter, on YouTube. You can give me a follow. Check out my website, CarlosGarciaComedy.com. Check me out at Carlos Does the World on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, on Threads, on YouTube. And you can give my buddy Seymour a follow here as well at Chris.Moore.comedy on Instagram, on TikTok, and see more comedy on Twitter /X. Oh, yeah. So, Mr. Mo, we're done here. So, won't you please get us out of here?
Sure, I like to motion to adjourn this meeting.
And I second. All right, you guys, we'll be back next week with another edition of the greatest podcast in the history of podcasts and time. It's a Frat Chat Podcast. See ya.
Bye.
See ya, Diddy.